Breaking now from Live Desk, Boeing shares are plunging in pre-market trading on Wall Street right now after this overnight deadly crash involving a 787 Dreamliner. This happened in northwest India. That plane operated by Air India. Officials telling the Associated Press this morning the plane crashed into a residential area and specifically a medical center. This is called Magani Nagar about 5 minutes after takeoff. It was carrying more than 240 passengers and crew members. Those include 169 Indians, 53 British, 7 Portuguese, and 1 Canadian. Here now is a closer look at the aftermath in the scene there. The flight was bound for London's Gatwick Airport when it went down. We know that emergency teams have now been activated at the airport, which is now suspended operations. And the city's police commissioner just telling the Associated Press moments ago there appear to be no survivors from the crash. This new video shows you some of the aftermath and the cleanup here, or at least the initial response trying to get some of the flames and smoke out. According to the Aviation Safety Network database, this is the first ever crash involving a Boeing 787, which of course is made out of South Carolina. This plane was first introduced back in 2009. More than 1,000 have been delivered to dozens of airlines. I wanted to show you this picture, which I showed you at the top of the newscast. We're just getting this across our feeds this morning, and this shows the plane after it crashed into that medical center. This appears to be the tail that's sticking out. You can even see some first responders here on the bottom right-hand corner appearing to look at some of the wreckage left behind. I also wanted to show you 2 cell phone videos that were captured by witnesses moments after this crash. One was a shot that was taken from the airport nearby, and you can see all that thick smoke that's rising into the air. And then this one right here was shot by another person near the airport. We should mention the city where this happened has a population of more than 5 million people, so lots of people in that city. In a statement, Boeing telling us this morning it is aware of the initial reports. They're working to gather more information about exactly what is happening, and the crash obviously worrying investors on Wall Street as well. That's something we're watching closely here with about 90 minutes to go until the opening bell on Wall Street. Right now, Boeing shares, or those futures, are down almost 7% in pre-market trading. All right, time now is 5:15, and we have some breaking new video coming into Live Desk this morning showing the incredible waves that hit Japan's coastline overnight after that powerful magnitude 8.8 earthquake hit Russia's far eastern peninsula. The waves and tsunami threatened Japan, forced thousands of people to seek higher ground this morning. The tsunami warnings that were issued for parts of Japan and Hawaii have been downgraded to tsunami advisories. So waves have hit nations across the Pacific after tsunami alerts were issued when that quake hit. The tsunami's first waves hit Russia and Japan, where nearly 2 million people were evacuated. We're just getting this live picture coming in off of the Washington coast this morning. This is out of Ocean Shores, where you can see those tsunami advisory signs are currently in place, urging people to stay off of some of the beaches there. So this quake was the 6th strongest ever recorded, and I found this graph on CNN's website that shows the strongest earthquakes ever recorded on the Richter scale. You can see the strongest ever was a 9.5 back in 1960. That happened in Chile. The second strongest was a 9.2 back in 1964. That was known as the Great Alaska Earthquake. In South Japan this morning, look at this. Shops are closed and trains have been suspended south of Tokyo because of the tsunami threat. No substantial damage has been reported in Japan so far, but leaders are warning people to stay away from shorelines and said the risk could last more than one day. Holly, back to that breaking news that we've been tracking for the past hour or so out of Tacoma. These are back to these live pictures coming in from the Como 4 drone this morning, where firefighters have been battling this fire that is now including 2 different homes. From this vantage point here, you can see those flames are essentially out at this point, but firefighters are still spraying water on that one home with lots of smoke still coming out. As we zoom in here, it appears that the flames also burned several vehicles, including a car that's parked in the driveway, also the van, maybe that white SUV next to it as well. But yes, the firefight continues here with firefighters spraying water from the ground. They've also been spraying water from the air. So here's what happened. This fire broke out at around 5:40 this morning when the firefighters responded to several calls that 2 houses were on fire along 67th Avenue Northeast, which is south of the Madrona Park area. When they got to this scene here, there were flames coming from the garage of one house, and then those flames spread to the attic of a neighboring house, which appears to be the the house on the left here, that white house on the left there. That's the second home involved in this. A little after 6 o'clock this morning, Tacoma Fire upgraded the fire to a 2-alarm response to get more resources to the scene. That second alarm has now been canceled. Now that the majority of this fire is now under control. Still no word yet on any injuries, but we also heard some reports of possible explosions coming from that initial garage area, and then obviously those vehicles that caught fire as well. So quite the scene down there in Tacoma. 2 homes burning. No word yet on any injuries, but we'll keep you posted once more information comes in.
We want to take you to Skagit County right now, where thousands of people are being urged to evacuate their homes because of flooding at Gage's Slough.
The National Guard going door to door telling residents to leave immediately. We get back out to Como's Steve McCarran now live in Burlington with what is happening there right now. Steve.
Ladies, I got to tell you, it is so heartbreaking talking with some of the homeowners who are being affected by this flooding in Burlington. Let me quickly set the scene for you here from the ground. We're on Sharon Avenue now, which is just around the corner from where we came live from about 30 minutes ago. That's Gage's Slough right there, and you can see how deep the water is, and it's sort of gushing out to the road here. As I sort of pan off here, you can see this submerged van that's in the front of someone's garage. This is that home that's on the corner that butts up right next to the slough, and that's easily several feet deep right there. That's a garage. On the other side of that is some living areas at the bottom floor of this home. There was a car that was in this garage early this morning, and the woman who lives inside this home tells me that her son woke her up at about 4 o'clock this morning, frantic, saying that there was some water that was moving in on the home, and they quickly gathered some belongings and tried to get those to higher ground. So we're giving you a live picture now from the Como 4 drone. That's the backyard of the home that I was just showing you from the ground. You can see that trampoline, but the entire backyard is covered now. The home next door is even lower in elevation. We understand from their neighbors that they evacuated early this morning. That right there is a shop with a green roof there. Those folks also evacuated earlier this morning, and that shed is even lower in elevation than the 2 homes that are right next to it. As my photographer Olin kind of pans off to the right here, just a few minutes before you came live to me here, that we actually saw some folks, and you can see them as we're zooming in, that have just been sort of grabbing some belongings and kind of throwing them out of the way. But easily that water appears to be several feet deep. But as you go along the slough, which runs right through town here, we're talking dozens and dozens of homes that at least have several inches of water, if not feet of water inside right now. Some people have evacuated. Others, like the folks that live inside this home right here, are staying put just because they have kids and they have higher elevation, a first floor that they're able to live on. But one of the people that lives here was telling me that around 10 o'clock last night, all they had was a little bit of water that had pooled in a back area here, which is pretty typical during the winter months, and didn't think that it would come up and affect their home. But around 4 o'clock this morning, that water just kept trying to creep in and crept up even more and became several feet deep, and it quickly turned into a frantic situation. We're talking about, half an hour to an hour where it changed rapidly, and they had to make some quick decisions on how to get to safe ground. So you've seen those National Guard troops. We know that police came to this particular home twice this morning, first at around 4:30 this morning, then again at 6, just to make sure that people were aware that some evacuations were in place for the homeowners along Gage's Slough. But that water is just gushing here this morning, and it's heartbreaking to know that so many people here in this beautiful community of Burlington are waking up to a very tragic situation where their belongings, their homes, things that they work so hard for are now submerged in several inches, if not feet, of water right now.
Arc Seattle's on the road today, bringing the conversation to you. So right now, Steve is out at the Accesso Showwear Center in Kent, where Chief for a Day will soon get underway.
Let's bring in Steve right now to continue the conversation. And Steve, what do you have in store for us this half hour?
Oh my gosh, we have changed locations, so we came to you from Burien last hour, where all the action is going to take place later on this morning. But we're now in Kent, outside the Showwear Center. You can see this long line of police cars, 16 of them lined up from 16 different law enforcement agencies across the region right now. And they're getting ready for this motorcade to start in about 45 minutes with 16 different kids who are serving as chiefs or sheriffs for the day. And I want to bring in one of those chiefs this morning. This is Chief Tristan with the Bellingham Police Department. Tristan, how are we feeling this morning?
I'm feeling good.
Are you? Are you getting excited for this?
Yes.
And I understand you're going to be leading this whole motorcade this morning. Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you get to drive?
Nah.
No. Where are you going to sit?
Passenger seat.
Passenger seat. Okay. How are you feeling about all this? Are you excited? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to training.
To training. Okay, and that's once we get back over to Burien, right? And I understand you have been sworn into office, so you're officially the chief now, right?
Yep.
Okay. What was your first action? What sort of thing have you done already?
I have done the canine unit training, and one of the canines was scared to go downstairs.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
No, the police had to carry that big cat of fur downstairs.
That would be heavy.
Yeah, it actually had the tail up, oh.
Oh my gosh. They didn't make you carry it as chief?
No, two police had to carry that fur down.
Oh my gosh. That's a hard job.
Yep.
And I understand you have some things in your pocket, don't you? You were just showing me those. What do you have in your pocket? Can you show me? What's in there? You have special coins, right?
And
What is that?
a pencil.
That's a pencil. Who is that from? What's that say? That says Renton Police Department. And do you have coins too?
Yeah.
Can you show those to me? That one's from Seattle Police, I think, right? Who gave you that one? The chief of Seattle Police?
Yes.
Okay, and then who else do you have? Let's see, that's Redmond Police. Okay, that's 2. And you have 3.
Yep.
What's number 3? That's a Lego. You were telling me you like Legos, right?
Oh yeah. And I like Legos because I'm a Lego fan.
So am I. How about that?
Yeah, I even like Lego Star Wars.
Whoa! I hear you really like Star Wars.
Oh yeah. And Lego Harry Potter.
I used to have an airport, a police station, and a fire station as a kid. How cool is that?
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. So what's your plan for the day? What are you going to do today now that you're chief? You have all this power.
I'm gonna go down training.
Training? Get those officers in order?
Yep.
What are you going to tell them?
I'm telling them, if someone jaywalks, they're gonna get a ticket. and my parents, they jaywalk.
Your parents, so are you going to give your parents a ticket today?
Yeah, they hey, let's go for a jaywalk.
You're not going to take them to jail, are you?
No.
Okay, you wouldn't do that. Not your own parents.
No.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes.
You do. Would you take your siblings to jail?
Nah.
Would they get a ticket?
Nope.
No? Okay. You sound like a pretty good chief, you know that?
Because my sister's free, my parents.
No. Okay, well that's really nice of you. Well, I hope you have a good time today.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, Chief. Should I give you a little salute? Right back at you. Let's bring in the chief of Bellingham Police as I get up here. How are you feeling about all of this and just the smiles that this is going to create for all these kids today?
I can honestly say this is probably my favorite day of the year.
Is it?
Yeah, Tristan has the helm. This is amazing, yeah.
What was it like handing over the power?
It was relieving.
Like, I finally get a break now.
Right.
Yeah, have you done this before?
This is my first time as the chief of Bellingham, certainly, and then this whole program has been kind of on pause since COVID. So yeah, it's been some time, and it's a welcome back kind of event today.
Did you give Tristan any sort of advice now that he has the helm of your department?
I told him, Tristan, with great power comes great responsibility, and to take care of our people.
Okay, that's some really good advice. Now, he was saying that he has the power to hand out some tickets. Is that true?
Yes, but we also taught him some discretion, right? So you want to use that discretion in a valuable way. So he knows that oftentimes a warning can be just as valuable as a ticket.
Okay, that's some really good advice.
Yeah.
So just tell me,
how do you sort of prepare for a day like today with, he's already been sworn into office. What happens now?
Now we're going to spend a wonderful day at CJTC, the Criminal Justice Training Commission down in Burien, and there'll be lots of events for him, and he'll learn more and more about police work and our department. We'll have, again, we want to make this just not a one-day thing. He's already been to our station. He's gotten sworn in by our municipal judges in front of a council meeting, so it's been a really special time for Tristan, I think.
I mean, official.
It has been, yeah. We're trying to make it as real as possible.